Welcome back. My special guest, Mike Murphy from the Clark County Coroner's Office, and we're discussing some of the unidentified bodies that are within the files of the Clark County Coroner's Office. Mike, the one we're about to look at is absolutely fascinating. It's a relatively recent case, I believe.
It is.
How do we describe this one? What's he known as?
Well, this one is referred to as John 8th Street Doe.
8th Street.
8th Street. He was found on 8th Street. This was on July 21st of this year. It is believed to have been a homicide. And what's unique about this particular case is that it was discovered by an individual who thought that they saw something protruding from the ground, and what was protruding was what appeared to be part of an individual's hand. So the individual was buried, the decedent was buried in a shallow grave. As a result of police response, he was unearthed, and the body was recovered, and we began the process of identification.
How long ago, I'm sorry?
This was July 21st of this year.
This year?
That's correct.
Now, when we say 8th Street, are we talking about a residential area here?
Yes, it was a residential area in the downtown area of Las Vegas.
Okay, and this would have been sort of on the side of the road, as it were?
It was actually in someone's yard.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, my God. All right, let's take a look at the body. Absolutely fascinating because it's covered in tattoos.
That's correct. What you're looking at right now is a picture of the individual's back. What becomes very difficult for us, and I think for your viewers, when we're looking at something like this, is that this is a very complicated piece of art. But what we have already done, compared to the picture that they see on the left and the picture on the right, which are the same picture, but what we have done digitally is clean the epidermis or the skin area with a digital camera. Literally digitally painting the skin so that what you see is the tattoo itself versus looking at the discoloration of the skin.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is clean it up so that you can better see the art. And if you look, it appears to be a female that is laying sideways, and you can see her head and some of the
One of the things you mentioned to me there, Mike, was the fact that tattooing as an item on a body is relatively long life. It doesn't fade
Absolutely.
away that quickly.
Tattooing will stay for a long period of time. The ink goes into the dermis, which is the second layer of skin, and stays in pretty good shape even during the decomposition process, as you can see in this particular instance. And then what we've tried to do is to enhance it so that you're actually looking at the tattoo or the picture. Right. And there is some question whether these were done in a tattoo parlor or whether these are more street type tattoos. But because of the intricacy of the art itself, we believe that someone out there certainly knows that this work was done because it took a long time to do.
Let's look at another close-up of what are we looking at here?
What
Mike?
you're looking at now is part of the side of the body, and it is a skull that's laid down with kind of a forked tongue coming out, and that's the larger picture. And then the picture to the right of that is what we did to digitally enhance the tattoo itself, and to create the picture so that you're literally now just looking at the tattoo, and kind of through a photographic process removed it from the body and made it just a picture. And we felt like this was one of the most recognizable tattoos on the decedent's
What
body.
is that image? That's that skull again?
Yes, that's the skull that's on the right. It appears to be a skull with kind of a top knot.
there it is. Yeah,
there you go.
Okay.
With a top knot hair piece coming out,
Right.
and then you have the very unique eyes and the tongue or the fire coming out, and then the kind of goateed chin.
Have you had a chance to talk to any tattoo artists about the actual images?
It is my understanding that investigators have talked with several artists about this, and no one has identified that as their art yet. But again, this is another reason why we're putting this out on the web, so that hopefully someone can recognize it.
Do tattoo artists, as a general rule, sign their work today like conventional artists?
You know, I have to tell you, I'm not that familiar with it, and I don't know that they do, but I have not normally seen signatures on the tattoos that we see.
Right. That might be something well worth their while considering.
It might be. It would certainly be a way for us to go back and see who's who.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I really want to say a sincere thank you, Mike. It's been absolutely wonderful having you here today. It's been most enlightening. I'm going to invite Mike to join me on my special guest on our channel here, so that we can find out a little bit more about the coroner's office and the relationship between the images we see on programs like CSI and the real world. So on behalf of my guest Mike Murphy from the coroner's office, I'm Peter J. Shield. Thanks for watching.